Well, everything I make ain't that great, but you guys rule with a house and a pool, with a house and a pool, with a house and a pool.
Hello design champions, welcome back. I got a new haircut. What does this mean? This means our whole channel has to change. I'm gonna change the channel name. Instead of Zimri Mayfield, it will now be Haircut Mayfield. Welcome back to another version, another installment, same version of YGR, You Guys Rule, where I redesign your logos. You guys already know that. I mean, if you don't know that, then thank you guys so much for sending in your logos. I'm impressed that many of you have that much faith in me. Let's start with the first one. This one comes to us from Khalid Hamad. This is a logo for DJ, which I suppose is named Cloud. Khalid, this is so sick. I absolutely love what you've done to all the letters. Look at that, what a boss. It really has a lot of personality and it's still like contained and it's black and white, which is strong. If I was going to change anything, I think I would remove the circle, free to roam. And then, here's kind of a general note. It's not a hard rule. Nothing I ever say should be like taken as a 100% rule. Actually, don't ever listen to anything I say. What you've done here is, in order to have a kind of layout of different letters, you've made the letters different sizes, which means that the width of your letters will be different, which makes it feel a little bit awkward. Let me explain. If I put all of your letters on the same line, you will see that some are very large and some are tiny, right? Which is fine, but actually the thing that makes it feel awkward is that the width of this O compared to the width of the L is extremely different. Instead of like pulling up the top of the L, which is what you should do, we just made the whole L bigger. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a very similar icon, but with all of the width of the letters the same. So that's my goal. Okay, let's do it. All right, first what I wanna do is make sure that we have the same size on all our letters. Oh, no, I don't need you right now. Thank you. So we're gonna amp these boys up till they're the same as the size of the D, and then we're gonna put the bottom of the K, because I think you might have customized the bottom right of that K. Okay, there we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. So now we have all the letters being the same size. Now I'm gonna try to make the same layout that you got going down there. We're gonna put our L down here, O over here, put our U here. I see. The second thing in your logo that could be just a little bit more tight is the spacing between everything. It will feel a lot cleaner and more profesh. And the way to do this is by creating what I am calling the king stone. We make one stone that is the width that we want everything to be, and it has to be a square, otherwise you'll run into problems. With the king stone, it will rule over the spacing between everything. All right, so I'm gonna move the D here. Then I'm also gonna use the king stone for vertical height. For these ones, I'm gonna go from here to the O, not from the top thing. I think yours, the K runs into the L, which is pretty cool. Faux cheesy, my treesy. Our Kingstone has done its job. Now I'm gonna create your top line thing by pulling out the D. Don't even. If I want the top of this K to align with the top thing, we gotta pull out the arm or the leg. I don't know what appendage this is. Instead of making the whole letter larger. Because if we make the letter larger, it's gonna mess up all the width of everything. Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous occupation we're in. Look at this, drag down a ruler. Press R where you want the ruler to go, click and drag, and you make an angled ruler. And we're gonna keep the same angle for all the separations. I was born in Vietnam. If you don't say the incantation, the spell won't work. Okay, wait. We're gonna press A so we can just get the points. Then we're gonna bring them down like this, but we'll make it small first. I think this is a little bit different than what you have, Khalid, but I think it'll be sick. You know what Kingstone sounds like? Kingston, Jamaica. Write in the comments if you've been to Kingston. I have not ever been there. I think this space needs to come up more in the middle of the fill in this whole area here. I don't want it to be so close. Okay, this cloud, I actually think it will fit between the U and the O a little bit better. So I'm gonna put it there. Zimri, remember, this channel is all about perfection. If you ever mess up, oh, imagine if you ever made a mistake. We are at 100% perfect every time. Okay, Khalid, those are the changes I would suggest for your logo. A few people might feel that we don't necessarily have to have the same width in the font in the logo, which is fine. I can agree with that sometimes, but really good job. I love the idea of this overall, and I love the layout of the font. It's really cool. Fantastic job, Khalid. Let's give him 3 forehead claps. If you did that with me, I'm sorry to your head. Okay, champos, vote now on the poll whether we clouded it or whether we plowed it. Thank you so much. Okay, next up, we have this piece of awesome artwork from Coral. You guys remember that meme from The Walking Dead? Carl and his dad. He's like, Coral. Shout out in the vote comments if you were alive during that time. This is for a bubblegum company. It's really cool. I like the colors are cool. The font is very rounded, which gives it a playfulness. I'm gonna do what I do when I see anything slightly playful. I'm gonna turn that dial up to about 35. So number one, I would space out your font a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. That's right, I can count. I've been counting for a long time, so don't think it's like a recent thing that I learned. If I was just gonna change anything, but keep your logo identical, that's what I would change. But that's not what I'm hired for. Watch this bad boy. I'm not a bad boy at all. I'm a good boy. I'm an angel boy. So our H is gonna come into our W. Our W is gonna zoom into our Y. It's gonna go from here to here. Peer-to-peer. We're gonna download some things illegally. Oh my goodness, don't say that. The policia will be here in a matter of moments. Oh, it's getting so cool. Chew it. I'm a chewy boy. You know that security guard who was destroying all those logos yesterday? You know, don't support that guy, okay? That guy acts like he's protecting logos, and then he just goes and destroys them. Going to wed them all in holy matrimony. Man, they didn't even do premarital counseling. Right now, I want to have it say more about gum. So we're gonna make this the outline. And then we're gonna make the inside a yellow. Ooh, that's quite fun. Okay, now, I'm gonna do something that could be terrible, could not be cool, could be really nice. Make it a little bit shiny. Yeah, that feels like a bubblegum brand to me, sir. Okay, Carl, those are the changes that I would suggest to your logo. I wanted to take it, since it's a bubblegum brand, into a very cute and fun and bubbly direction. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is just being able to read the letters. I just want to add in a pink so we get a little bit more of a bubblegum idea. But yeah, those are the changes I would suggest for your logo. Thank you for sending them in. Design championess. Let's give Coral 3 foot to hand claps. One more for extra love. Very good job, man. Thank you so much for sending this. Design champions, vote now in the poll. Did I chew it or did I shoo it? Right? Because you get gum on the bottom of your shoe. Oh, that was clever. Okay, let's go to number 3. This comes to us from Vincent. This is a life coaching logo. Really interesting iconography we got here, Vincent. This is really interesting. I like the colors you've got going on. I really like the blue one here. Really nice dragonfly. These lines here might be just a little bit too much, especially on the bottom, because you can see how everything overlaps. We might want to bring this one down a little bit so we can breathe more here. We can simplify it and keep the same thing if we remove the outlines on these boys. Next up, I might change your font a little bit. Your iconography on the above has so much character. And then the font below, it's not a bad font at all. It's not bad looking, but it just doesn't have the same level of character. And I don't think it expresses as much as this does. So I'm gonna find a font that I think might do the job. Okay, I got this one. It's called Matrix 2. Yeah, you might not like it because it's kind of serify. The brown color, I don't know if is doing too much for us. So let me try some different. Yeah, we could try this. The only thing that feels a little out of place is that there's just like a red in one spot here. Grab the same gradient you're using here. Now we got kind of a diamond effect. Let's make the body the same gradient as this. I'm not gonna just remove your gradient. I think some people might be tempted to do that, but I think a lot of the energy and thing that you got going on in your logo comes a lot from the gradient. So I'm gonna keep that. I think we can shrink our triangle so it fits like on the sides of our dragon flying. When the blue gets too light, I don't think it works on a white background. Okay, Vincent, that boy is the suggested change for your logo. I wanted to keep basically the heart and soul, the personality of the logo intact while limiting what I think were extra things. Let's give Vincent 3 dragonfly claps. Thank you for letting me work on it, man. I really appreciate it. Vote now in the poll whether our path coach doped it or whether our patch coach noped it. Try to say path coach dope 3 times. Very difficult. All right, our 4th and final one comes to us from Mohammed. This is a logo for a printer thing place. Pretty awesome. I really love the apple icon in there. And the green is a nice color. The leaf is really well done. The only thing I might improve is just a really quick thing. Just go in and fix the font here. So what you kind of don't want different levels of kerning. Take this down to 0. It's okay if things don't align on the right side. And I would capitalize the M and the G. These fonts are too similar to each other that I think we can just use the one that you already have. Don't be afraid if things don't align correct, like into a perfect box. It's actually much clearer to read, much easier to read, and feels more professional. If I was gonna change the icon, the only thing I might consider changing, the top of this thing, a sharp point. Also, we might wanna move the apple, because we can see that there's just a touch more space on the left side than the right side. Those are the changes I would suggest for you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for being here and sending me your work. I love you. Another day, another Squidward under the sea, not in a pineapple, because that's where SpongeBob's live. Vote in the poll right now who your favorite superhero is. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you later, alligator, and stay awesome possum, guys. Bye.